On March 13, 2020, 26-year-old Breonna Taylor was shot during a police raid on the apartment she was living in Louisville, Kentucky. According to the police and an independent witness, the police knocked and notified the apartment that they were entering before breaking the door open. According to Kenneth Walker, Breonna's boyfriend, who was also in the apartment at the time, they did not hear the police announce themselves, and they were not sure who was breaking into their home. Mr. Walker used a firearm that he legally owned to shoot at what he claims to have believed were intruders. The officers returned fire, striking Mr. Walker and striking Breonna Taylor at least 5 times. One officer was also hit during the exchange. Since that time, there has been much confusion due to the conflicting stories that have been reported by the mainstream media. On Wednesday, September 23, 2020, the city announced that a grand jury had refused to pursue charges on 3 of the officers. It was also stated that the remaining officer, Police Detective Brett Hankison, 44, who was terminated over the incident, would be indicted and charged for 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment under Kentucky state law. Each charge carries a maximum of 5 years. This was for discharging his weapon 10 times into the dark apartment without seeing a clear target. Although most can agree that this incident and the resulting death is a tragedy in every direction, many were unpleased with the grand jury's findings. By 5 p.m. on the evening of September 23rd, massive crowds had begun to gather in Louisville to protest the grand jury's decision. Around 7:30 p.m., near the corner of Brooks and Broadway Street, a large group of protesters found themselves face to face with a skirmish line of Louisville police officers. By this time, the crowd had already been warned that this was an illegal gathering and had been ordered to disperse. Confronted by the large force of protesters, Louisville officers fired tear gas and began to advance in order to take the protesters into custody. Without warning, someone from the crowd began discharging a firearm toward the police officers, injuring 2 of them. This exchange was caught on camera by a live streamer traveling with the police officers and also by a live streamer who was traveling with a large group of protesters known as Reggie Inkognedo. Viewer discretion is advised.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Good? Good. You all good?
We're good.
Everybody here? Good?
Where y'all scattering from? Going this way. Fuck these niggas.
They're going to arrest you, man. They're going to arrest you. And the more y'all set up and post, they're getting ready to come from everywhere else. Here they come.
Oh, they shot guns at him. Oh, shit. Shit, they shooting guns at him. Real guns. Shit. They're blasting at the police.
They shot real guns at him. The police is here to the left.
Here come my squad.
They busted on him.
Shit.
stay busting.
But wait, there's more. This would not be the end of Mr. Reggie Inkognedo's evening. Later in the night, it would be determined that the suspect was actually wearing a tie-dyed hoodie and he would be taken into custody. But first reports suggest that it was in fact a man with a red hoodie who had done the shooting. After hearing this from the police, Reggie Inkognedo, the streamer who had recorded the shooting, interfered with the police investigation and tried to become an accomplice to murder when he warned the man that he believed they were looking for to leave the area.
I gotta help him out. I gotta help him out. Hey, they want y'all in the red. I'm just trying to get your hands up. They want y'all in the red. Yeah, they just want y'all. What happened? They want y'all in the red. The police is pointing all their ARs at you. Y'all don't even need to go in for questioning. Don't even go in for questioning. I let him go. I got him out of here before they did their swarm. I got him out of here. I got them out of there.
In this digital age, cameras have become an excellent tool to monitor and audit law enforcement, but they are also still useful in capturing illegal acts and confessions on tape. No one should ever condone or support violent action against another human being, whether that human being is a 26-year-old civilian girl or a member of the Louisville Police Department. The actions of the streamer Reggie Inkognedo were as despicable as any dirty cop who's ever tried to cover up a bad shooting. Until we discourage violence against police officers and encourage compliance when contacted by the police, we will continue to see tragic incidents unfold in our streets. As long as groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter continue to encourage civil unrest and violence towards police officers, we will not see peace. Near the start of the protest, video and pictures were taken of a U-Haul vehicle handing out signs and shields for protesters to use. Unconfirmed reports have identified the U-Haul as being rented by a member of the Bail Project, an organization that raises funds to bail out criminals involved in riots and illegal protests. Although every decent human being agrees that what happened to Miss Taylor was a travesty, most would also agree that stacking a miscarriage of justice on top of this would not solve anything, and would in fact further the current divide in America. Currently, police are bracing for what could be a second night of protests. Please like and subscribe for further updates as the situation unfolds. Thank you for watching.